What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be working on my Civic today. I am doing this. I guess I'm gonna change out my springs, and I'm doing this out of frustration. I got some True Hearts struts, shocks on this. I probably did this about nine months ago, and I have Eibach. I think it's Eibach Pro lowering springs that I have over the True Hearts, but yeah, so I'm doing this out of frustration just because it seems like I am getting like a hard like a hard bump, when I go over like little speed bumps or coming up the curb on the driveway. And so yeah, I'm really just hearing it on the driver's side. And so the shocks were brand new when I bought them, and I'm not really sure if it went out, the driver's side shock went out within 9 months, or what, but I think it's just progressively gotten worse. So I don't think I have a video of it, making a noise while I was driving, but I should have. But you just feel this hard knock basically when you go over a speed bump or something. So I'm not really sure what it is. I'm thinking the shocks are probably shot. So I'm gonna have to redo the whole suspension again. Changing out these shocks like I did last month. But I want to go and look at them first. Now I have my old ones, which was KYBs, I think. I'll have to double check. But I have those. And I think they were still pretty good. Now, one of the difference between the two is the True Hearts. When I got them and I compared them to the KYBs, it looked like they were shorter. So they weren't like an average size strut. But when I take them out right now, I'm gonna go and compare them again to see if I'm recalling it right. But from what I'd seen was that the True Hearts were shorter. So I don't know if that's gonna make a difference. Now I have just regular springs on this, and I'm gonna change them out to these. I got these ground controls. I gotta clean them. I got these. So that's what I got. And then the sleeves are right here. So all the sleeves, I got them. They're kind of dirty, so I have to wash them. And so right now I'm just trying to figure out which one to install first. And so as you guys can see, I have two different sets here. One is taller, one is shorter. And this one right here The coils look like, yeah, it's wider too, the coils. So I'm kind of searching the internet right now to see where everything's supposed to go, but I think this taller and fatter one goes in the front. Just because I mean, with the weight of the engine and everything, it should be in the front. So I'll do a little bit more research and make the final call on that. But that's what I'm planning on doing today, and so let me get everything set up and situated. I'll be back. All right, guys. All right, guys. So that's what I got set up right now. You see this? So I got the two hearts right there, and Eibach lowering springs. So that's the one I'm going to be replacing. Finding better answers. I think I'm gonna loosen up that bolt real quick. This one right here. It'll be a lot easier to get that bolt out while it's still on the car. Alright guys, so I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering why I had to take off the ball joint from the lower control arm, you know, to take out this coilover. The reason for that is because I replaced this upper control arm. So you can see now I seen a video, and they said the proper way to install that was to push this whole thing up before tightening up the two nuts right there on the side. So that's what I did. The way I had it before was I just kind of had it at 90 degrees, and then I tightened it, and so that's the reason why I took off the ball joint from the lower control arm, was so I could kind of do the same thing that they did, and hopefully that's the way you actually have to install it. I mean, I'm not really sure. So I just wanted to point that out, because I know you guys are probably asking, what the hell? This dude is doing more work than he has to. But yeah, so that was my point in that. I wanted to make the adjustment on that upper control arm. So, and that's it. Let me get back to these coilovers. look like it's still good.
What do we got? I think that they're trying to communicate with us. They seem to be trying to send us a massive amount of data. Our computers are too slow to read all of this.
That's going to take 37,982 hours.
Figure it out. This is our top priority, people.
Maybe.
Where are you going?
To find a solution.
So here's the difference between the two. One is definitely shorter than the other. So the KYBs are shorter. And it looks like the shocks are still good. So I think I'm gonna use it, but I'm gonna put my my ground controls on it and see if that makes a difference. But
So fast.
it looks like the KYBs are still good too.
SK Hynix Gold. Available on Amazon.
The rebound is just kind of slow on it.
What the?
SK Hynix Gold, solid state truck, giving your computer speed.
But
That's
yeah, I
how
think I'm
this
gonna use this.
Upgrade to SK Hynix Gold. Available on Amazon.com.
All right, let me put this away. So I decided I'm gonna be using the fatter spring. So that's the one I'm gonna be putting in the front. Oh, and if you guys are wondering about what serial number it is, ground controls, there it is. And then the sleeve that I'm going to be putting on is this one. The other one is taller. Let me show you guys. Alright, so this is the taller one, and I think it goes in the rear. So here's the difference. So I'm going to be putting this eventually, I mean not today, but eventually this will go in the back. And here's the difference between, I showed you guys earlier, but this is the skinnier one, and then this is the thicker one. So I'm going to be putting this in the back and this in the front. I guess that smacks. I guess since the strut is shorter, you have to lower this all the way down to get this thread out of the top hat. Now I don't want my car to be this low, so once I install it in, then I'll raise this up. But I just need to get this bolt in. Actually, you know what? No, I can't do it that way. I'm not going to be able to raise it. I think I might need my my other jack. Since I don't have a compressor, a spring compressor, I'm going to jack the spring up into the car to compress it. So what I did was I put the top hat back on the car, so it's in there, and I'm gonna guide the thread up there when I install it, and then I'll use a jack put underneath here to jack it up, and hopefully that thread right there will come out from the top, that I'll be able to put the bolt on. I know it's kind of like a getaway of compressing the springs, but like I said, I don't have a spring compressor, so I'm just gonna have to do what I gotta do. Alright, so I'll show you guys how I do this in a minute. Alright. Okay.
It's the new music streaming app
So
made by YouTube. Download YouTube Music today and get a trial of Music
the
Premium
lock,
on us. Restrictions apply.
this twisted all the way up, so that's at the max. Now I turned this a little bit so the Allen wrench is accessible right there in the front. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jack this. I'm going to jack it from here to push it all the way up, and hopefully that thread will come out. It's all the way down deep in there, so I just gotta line it up, center it, so it'll come out. Yeah, maybe I should take this one off real quick so I can see it much better. Alright. So as you guys can see, that part right there came all the way out. Now I'm just gonna fit this in over like that. Alright. Oh, a little bit more. That should be good. Alright, that should be tight. And down here, you guys can see it's nice and snug up there. And I have this all the way up, so that's good. I'm not trying to make my car too low. Now I'm just gonna lock this. Alright. So now I can put the bolt back on this one. Alright, so that should be about it. Sorry about that, my camera shut off early, but I got everything put back together. All the bolts and screws are tightened already, so this side should be done. I'm not gonna go and videotape the other side just because it's the same. It's the same thing. But hopefully this new coilover with the ground controls is gonna be much better. Hopefully. And I'll let you guys know if it is. Now, you know, hopefully you guys seen how these ground controls are installed and which ones to put on in the front and which ones to put on the rear. and hopefully that helps you guys out. All right, guys, that's it for now. Oh, almost missed that. Can't miss that. All right, so I'm gonna put that one back on, but for you guys, that's about it. All right, till next time. All right, guys, I know I wasn't gonna show you guys this passenger side, but I did some slight modification on how I installed the coilovers. So I got pretty much everything back together, but I wanted to show you guys what I did differently. This piece right here, I altered it. I cut two of the little bumps here, and I'll show you guys. So I went and cut both of them, so they were like this, and I left basically the bigger top piece, and my reason for that is because I wanted some more travel distance on that rod, on the strut. So I wanted to get some more travel distance from it. With those two added bump stops on there, taken off, I would say I gained about 1.5 inches of travel from the rod when it comes down. Now, also, as you guys can see, I took off the black cover, the metal, this one right here. I took this off, and the reason for that is because when I was putting this passenger side on, I noticed that when I put it on the rod, it was basically touching it right there. It was touching the sleeve on the coilovers. And so if that's the case, then you're really not going to get any travel, and if you did, you're going to hear this knock every single time. And that's the whole reason why I was trying to do this in the first place. It's because I'm trying to take away, you know, these hard knocks, the little slams that I get from when I hit a bump. And so I'm thinking that's probably one of the reasons why I was getting them. So I took this off. I don't really need it. And so that's what I got. Now, I know it looks pretty naked, and you guys are probably wondering, you know, dust and stuff like that that's gonna get on it. But once I drop the car down, you know, maybe 1.5 inches of that rod is gonna be inside here in the cylinder, really. So it's not gonna be that much that's gonna be exposed. And like I said, I'm going for more travel distance because this true hard shocks are shorter than the original or the KYBs. And so I figured this is something that I had to do. Testing it out to see how it is. I'm hoping that that makes a difference. And also I adjusted the upper control arm on here too, so I adjusted it all the way up. Now I'm trying to put it back together. Pretty much have most of the bolts in. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this, and so after this one I gotta go back to the driver's side and redo that one the same way like this. But yeah, so I just wanted to show you guys that. All right guys.